another recipe for today. On my way back from my walk, I found some windfall pears in the lane, and since they're a little bit bruised, they need to be used quite soon, and they're really nice. These are conference pears and they taste delicious. So I'm going to make a upside down yogurt cake, pear yogurt cake, and this is about 4 pears that I have quartered and sliced and put in my tin. So just about 8 tablespoons of dark sugar sprinkled on those beautiful pears, and that's about 4 tablespoons. I used dark sugar because I think it gives a rich taste to the cake, so it will caramelize somehow. My oven is running and it's on about 175 degrees fan oven. Then I've got some lovely salted butter, so we'll have that sort of caramelized butter taste, and that's just going to be at the bottom of the cake for the moment. So about, I would say about 50 grams of butter. When I've done this, I'm just going to put that in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, and during that baking of the pears, then we will prepare the batter. So here you go. These lovely pears are now ready to go in the oven, and then we do the batter. It's in the oven now. The batter we're going to make is the easiest cake, and it's the first cake that I ever learned how to make when I was a little girl, about 10 years old, and it's the yogurt cake. Simple, basic, straightforward yogurt cake. So I've got about 150 grams of Greek yogurt, because that's going to give it a little bit of almost like a cheesecake consistency when it's baked. To this I'm going to add about, that's the difference from the original recipe, is I'm going to put some, actually this is quince butter, but you can use apple butter if you feel like it, because it will make the level of sugar a bit less. You will put less sugar in it, so add about 2 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons of that lovely quince butter, or apple butter, or apple puree if you've got some, and I'm going to mix this. Lovely spoon here. And I'm going to use the cup for my measure for the sugar. So I'm going to put about a cup full of sugar that I'm going to add to this beautiful yogurt, and it smells amazing. It's sort of rich, caramelized almost flavor to my yogurt. Mix it well. I'm going to put all the wet ingredients first. So what's going to be going next is about 80 ml of oil, just box standard vegetable oil. You could use sunflower, or you can use coconut oil as well. That's perfectly fine. Mix it well. And then I'm going to add my eggs. If you want, you can actually beat your egg, separate your eggs and beat your egg whites, but I'm not going to do that. It's a bit too complicated. I want a simple cake, so I'm going to put 2 eggs, but you can put 3 if you want, if you feel that you want something quite rich, but 2 eggs will be more than enough. So mix it well. But it doesn't want to be too bitter. I think you just want to mix the ingredients thoroughly, but not to beat them too much. I'm adding about 150 grams of flour. And before I mix, I'm going to add a teaspoon of baking powder, simple baking powder, because you want it to rise a little bit. And one important thing is a little bit of salt as well to bring out the flavour. So just a pinch of salt, really. And then you just mix this. And that's it. I always feel that I am forgetting something, but it's because it's such a simple batter to prepare. So just mix it thoroughly, and because we haven't got that much sugar in it, it's only about I would say about 80 grams of sugar, plus the butter, apple butter, that adds a little bit of sweetness as well. It's not going to be a very, very sweet cake. What I'm going to add to give that sense of sweetness is a little bit of cinnamon, because cinnamon plays with your taste bud. It says, oh, I'm very sweet, come on, you can have me, I'm going to give you your sweet that you need. So about half a teaspoon. Don't want too much overpowering taste. So I'm going to just leave it to stand while the pears are baking. Right, now I've got my pears. They are sort of a bit caramelized. I don't know if you can see, they're really bathing in that sort of sugary, buttery syrup. And I've got my batter here, so I'm just going to pour it over my pears, and then we'll put it back in the oven for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. You will have to check when you put like a skewer or a knife through the pastry. If it comes out dry, it means that it's ready. I can't wait. It smells beautiful, those pears, and with that sponge on top, it will be really, really lovely. So just make sure the batter is all over the pears. So it will be like a sort of upside down tatin sort of cake, and it should be really, really delicious, almost like a cakey tart, if that makes any sense. So now it's ready to go back in the oven, and when it's ready, then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, here we are. It's the final result. It's all caramelized and it smells gorgeous. I'm going to have a nice slice now with a cup of tea. I hope you have enjoyed watching this easy baking session, and I hope you will join me again soon for another recipe. Goodbye for now.